Good morning and Jai Hind. In this video, I am going to start a new topic, bank reconciliation statement. Till now, we have studied about the cash book, and in that, we have seen that in double column cash book, we used to prepare the two columns, one for cash and one for bank. That means all the transactions related to bank with the firm are recorded in that. So, in that case, all the entries recorded on the debit side of the cash book must tally with the entries recorded on the credit side of the passbook, which is provided by the bank. And conversely, all the entries recorded on the credit side of the cash book must tally with the entries recorded on the debit side of the passbook. But sometimes it is so happen that these two balances do not tally. So in that case, we have to prepare bank reconciliation statement. Bank reconciliation statement is a statement prepared to reconcile the difference between the bank balance shown by the cash book and bank passbook. So let us see the causes of differences in a cash book and the passbook balance. So basically there are two differences or the following reasons we may call for the differences in cash book and passbook. Differences caused by time gap in recording transactions and differences caused by errors committed in recording transactions. So let us see the first one, differences caused by time gap. The first reason that is given is the check issued but not yet presented for payment in the bank. That means when a check is issued to the creditor by the firm, it is immediately recorded on the credit side of the bank column of the cash book. But the bank will debit the firm's account only when this check is actually presented to the bank for payment. Generally, there is a gap of some days between the issue of a check and the presentation to the bank. That's why this difference in balance arises. Similarly, when check paid into the bank for collection but not yet credited by the bank, the similar condition happens here also. There would be time gap between the recording of transaction in a cash book and in the passbook by the bank. The third one is a check paid into the bank for collection but dishonored by the bank. Obviously, we have mentioned the entry of the check in our cash book, but this has not been credited in our bank column by the bank as it was dishonored by the bank. That's why there would be a difference again. Next is interest allowed by the bank. Without our knowledge, the interest has been credited in a bank column, but we haven't written or we haven't entered that transaction in our cash book. That's why the difference arises. Interest charged by the bank on overdraft. This is automatically the bank debited our account by the interest because of the overdraft, and we haven't entered that entry in our cash book. That's why the difference arises. Next is bank charges and commission charged by the bank. So the bank usually charges some commission or some fees for its services, and this again is deducted from our bank account, and we even didn't know about that. That's why we haven't made the entry in our cash book. Because of this, the difference arises between the cash book and passbook. Next is direct deposit by the customer into the bank. Without the company's knowledge, when any customer is depositing an amount directly to the bank, so our passbook gets credited, but the cash book remains, it doesn't credited by the same amount. That's why the difference arises. Interest and dividend collected by the bank. So if a company is investing its money somewhere, so some interest or dividend has been generated because of that, and it is again collected by the bank directly, and we haven't mentioned that collection in our cash book. Similarly, the last one is the direct payment made by the bank on behalf of the customer. So if we give a standing order to the bank to pay some amount either monthly or quarterly on a customer's behalf, so the same amount gets deducted or debited from our bank balance, and we haven't made the entries in our cash book. That's why the difference arises between the cash book and the passbook. Now, the next is the difference caused by the errors committed in recording transactions. Till now, we have studied all the reasons because of time gap, and the balance doesn't matches between the cash and bank balance, cash book and passbook. But these are the differences which occurred due to the error committed or by the mistake in recording, either by the firm or by the bank. So in case of a firm, maybe it happened that check issued to the creditor but omitted to be recorded in a cash book, or check deposited into the bank but omitted to be recorded in a cash book, and error in totaling or balancing the bank column of the cash book. That means these are the errors which may be occurred due to insincerity of accountant, or it may be by chance that it may happen. And the second reason is on the behalf of the bank when the error is committed by the bank official, that some wrong entries or some error has been committed by the bank officials, then again the cash book balance and the passbook balance doesn't match. With this, I am going to end my video. Thank you.